What is going on? My name is Chris Colgan, and these are my top 3 reasons to move to Woodbridge, Virginia. Let's just get into it. You're probably somebody that's going to be working at the Pentagon or Amazon, and they tell you, this always happens, they say, hey, where's a place to look to live? And they always mention Woodbridge, Virginia. A lot of people will call me and say, hey, you know what's Woodbridge like? Or they'll be from a different area, and they'll be like, I'll look at some houses from Woodbridge, and I'll say, where did you hear about Woodbridge at? And I'll say the State Department or the Pentagon, like I said. So these are my top 3 reasons why I would move there. Number 1, why they probably tell you about this place all the time, is the location. It's right in eastern Prince William County, and you can shoot up Route 95 right into DC with about a 20-mile drive. There's plenty of like buses, the VRE, all that good stuff. Here's the thing though about that location. Depending on where you live in the country, I will say this isn't like you get in a car and it's a 20-minute breeze right into DC. There's gonna be a lot of traffic. There's some things that go on, you know. So a 20-mile drive could turn into an hour easily depending on the time of day. But just keep that in mind. They've tried to add a lot of hot lanes and things like that to try to get rid of some of that traffic and help out. And obviously as people work from home, it's helped out a lot more, but that is definitely something to think about. But the location there is definitely pristine, which brings me to the next number 2 reason is shopping. So one of the biggest things Woodbridge used to be known for was shopping, believe it or not. And one of the things that first came in there was Potomac Mills Outlet Mall. So that was like why people used to go to Woodbridge before it became this huge bedroom community. So there's this huge mall there called Potomac Mills, and they've kind of, piggybacked off that, So that mall is just really well known. I think at one point it was one of the biggest in the country, biggest outlet malls. So from there, they've built some other huge shopping centers. Like they have outdoor movie theaters, Alamo movie theater, indoor, someone just told me they opened a huge Player One arcade there. They have pretty much any shopping you can think of, as well as restaurants in Woodbridge. So you never really have to leave that area. You're talking Nike outlets, everything that you can think of, Ralph Lauren. So the shopping there is pretty insane. The things to do are pretty insane. Plus you can, like on a weekend, you can just shoot up right into DC. Keep in mind, this is more of like an urban area, so it's not gonna be a lot of the breweries or wineries you would see in like a Fauquier, Stafford, or Western Prince William County, and all that. Number 3 is gonna have to be the housing. Woodbridge, as far as housing, pretty much has it all. We're gonna show you that some on the screen. So as far as housing prices, you can start at around like $250,000 on the low end and get yourself like a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom condo, which would have condo fees around like $300 to $400 a month. Keep that in mind. Then you start to get up to like $350,000 to the $500,000 range, and you can get yourself an older single family, or you can get yourself a townhouse, like a newer townhouse. And a lot of these communities over in Woodbridge can either be gated, or they'll have their own shopping center right in them and all that stuff. So a lot of the housing there is really, amazing. There's all kinds of different stuff. And then when you start to talk about some of the bigger single family homes and the neighborhoods back there, then you start to look about like $700,000 to $800,000, stuff like that. Because again, it's a really good location, really popular area. So there's plenty of housing options in the area there, as well as all kinds of different price ranges. So if there's something that you're looking for, hit me up, text me. We're gonna put my number below here anytime, and I can tell you all about the Woodbridge housing market. So any budget you have, you can pretty much get in that area. It's not like an Arlington, if you were gonna work there, or a DC, where I'm like, hey, you know what? If you don't have $600,000 pre-approval, you're not getting anything. So in Woodbridge, you can pretty much find it all. And so if you are looking at Woodbridge and you say, hey, you know what, that's a little pricey, I want to look at some other areas. One area I would consider would be Stafford County, which you go a little bit further down 95, or you could head towards about 10 miles west of Woodbridge to Manassas area, stuff like that, or even Lorton and Fairfax, Virginia, where a previous video we just talked about, they're trying to build some insane indoor ski park, winter like skiing. So that is pretty much my top 3 reasons to move to Woodbridge, Virginia, or look in Woodbridge, Virginia. So if you're thinking about moving there, again, shoot me a text. And as always, I'll see you at the top or from the top.